Peace, peace. We live, we live. Hey, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I fought to go live. I fought myself to go live. But we coming to you live and direct from the kids' room. Putting some clothes away. But I have a secret. I have a secret I'm gonna share with y'all real quick. I have a secret that I'm gonna share with y'all. Y'all will probably hear some screaming. That's the little ones having fun, which will be a part of the secret that I gotta tell y'all. And no, we not having more kids. I already got 3. The shop closed. We closed over here. You feel me? But how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Wait for some people to get in here. We live from the kids' room, the children's room. My kids, they not no baby goats, so I try not to say kids, but you know, words mean everything. Words is power, so we got to make sure you use the right words, at the right times, because you evoke a lot of things when you speak stuff. So yeah, I got a secret for y'all. Coming to you live and direct from the children's room. You feel me? From the children's room, just putting some clothes away. But yeah, I fought long and hard to go live. I was supposed to go live 3 hours ago. Y'all look up imposter syndrome. It's real. It is real. Imposter syndrome is real. But I fought through it. We here. We here. You feel me? But I got a secret for y'all. I got a secret for y'all. And I guarantee you it's not what y'all gonna think. But I gave a hint earlier. Cause I said excuse the children because you'll probably hear a little bit of screaming. They like to use their outdoor voices inside. We working on it. You feel what I'm saying? Do I want this hoodie to be hung up? Yeah, we gonna hang this up. Yeah. I got a secret. And I hope the ones who tap in that can't hold water, I hope y'all share this secret. Cause this is a secret worth sharing. Tap in, tap in. So, well, first of all, I appreciate y'all tapping in. As always, I see you, see me, and I appreciate the love. I really do. Cause it's not easy. KRS-One have a lecture out there that said everybody talk about find your purpose. Hey, you need to get with your purpose. Find your purpose. Know your purpose. And even me, I done told y'all that 100 times already. Know your purpose. Find your purpose. Operate in purpose. Be in purpose, on purpose. That's my favorite line. Be in purpose, on purpose. Right? I'm gonna say it one more time. Be in purpose, on purpose. Right? Listen. There's a dark side to purpose, though. You know? And KRS-One also said your purpose will break you. He's absolutely correct. Why can your purpose break you if that's something you meant to do? A lot of times, for a lot of people, your purpose can be the direct opposite of something that you really actually thought you wanted to do in life. Your actual life goals, you know, since I was 5, you know, since I was younger. I've always wanted to be an astronaut, architect. I've always wanted to go to the NBA. I've always wanted to do X, Y, and Z. I've always wanted to be a doctor. I've always wanted to help people. You know, we have these dreams and aspirations. Sometimes they're the polar opposite of what we're supposed to be doing in life. And that, you know, that put us at a crossroad. Like, do I ignore my purpose and do what I think I want to do? Or do I listen to the call? Do I answer the phone when I get that call and see what's good with it? That's a real dilemma. You know, we have a lot of believers. We have a lot of believers who, you know, talk down on people who don't answer the call, you know. And you say, don't run from your calling. There's repercussions. And that's not wrong. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. But your journey is your journey, right? Your journey is your journey. So, with that being said, you can only make the best decisions based off the information that you have right in this moment. So, the paradox in that is sometimes the best decisions you could have made in this moment might not have been the best decision you made in your life. You know, the best decision according to what your purpose is. But that was the best decision you could have made at any point up until that point. And that's the best you could do. Can't nobody blame you for that. But what you can do going forward is, since you always make the best decisions based off of the information you have in the moment. So the best you can do for yourself is seek new information. The knowledge, wisdom. Always learn. You feel me? seek new information. And, you know, I don't like to say humble, have humility, but don't be humble, because what humble means that you lower yourself in the ranks of other people and you know that you're special, so you can't be humble. If you have knowledge of self, and I know that I have a special ability that I do better than anybody on this planet. Everybody has their own lane, right? Everybody has their own lane. Something that they do better than anybody on this planet. Even if whatever that is similar, or there is a market that is saturated in whatever that is, but you have a stamp, like a cosmic fingerprint, if you will, that makes your own lane, and you only do it the way that you do it. You know? That's what purpose is. But getting up to purpose, though, 2023 was something else, wasn't it? How many of you can count on one hand or two hands, or can't even count on both hands how many setbacks you had in 2023? I know I had way too many to count. Way too many setbacks. But I got a secret for y'all, though. I got a secret that makes up for all the setbacks. It makes up for all the seemingly wasted time that you had. The shattered relationships. Like, how many of y'all will agree that something has to change? Like, for real. Like, I know a lot of us, this is cyclical, right? It's almost December. It'll be December what, next week, right? My birthday in a couple weeks, by the way. So December 11th, tap in with your boys. Tell me happy birthday. Anyway, how many know that something has to give, something got to shake, something has to sacrifice, like something has to be sacrificed for a better life next year? Because for how long now we done said this is my year, you know. A lot of people capitalize, right? A lot of people capitalize. This is my year. But then a lot of us get caught up in the okey doke. Unforeseen circumstances, right? We get the uncontrollables. We get the uncontrollables. And then we look up and it's November. It's the end of November. And it's like, bruh, I had so much to do this year. and I wasted the entire year. Or some people don't even hold themselves accountable. They say the whole year was wasted due to XYZ factors. But you have something to do with it too. But I'm gonna save that conversation for another video. Perhaps another live. But, you know, whether you watching this live right now or you watching the playback, you know, I want you to put in the comments something that you struggle with. Just one simple thing that you struggle with. Put that in the comments. Whether you on this live right now or you watching the playback, put something that you struggle with this year in the comments. Something small. You don't have to put your business out there, but something that you would like to have overcome, something that you would have liked to be the success story of, just something. You know what I'm saying? And then but it didn't work out. And now it's November 20 what? Like 6th and 25th. November 25th, and now we here, which is fine. But I got a secret. I got a secret for us. Before I share the secret though, I know a lot of people had, a lot of people had some trying times in their lives in 2023. Like I just discussed, there's a lot of things that came up. And then now it's November 25th, and we look up and we wonder what happened. But a lot of us says, I didn't have time, even though there's 84,000 seconds in a day. There's 84,000 seconds in a day. You didn't have time for what exactly? And you can put it in the comments too. If you want to challenge it, put it in the comments too. But there's 84,000 seconds in a day. Each moment is roughly 2 to 5 minutes, right? Or more, right? Did we precisely, accurately account for all of that time? And I'm not judging anybody, because I'm talking to myself too. I'm talking to myself because there's a lot of time that I squandered, including today. I squandered a lot of time today because I don't know what it was. I struggled to push that button to go live, and I know that I have a message to get out to y'all, but I don't know. Even though, a lot of people glamorize purpose, they glamorize, finding a passion, and then once they make it, it turns Hollywood. But they don't tell you about the times that you struggle with with the thing that what you're supposed to be doing, and you struggle with it because like I can't make anything, like I can't feed my children from this right now. So what's the point of doing it? You know, a lot of people have that question. And a lot of people say, you know, that's fine and dandy, but when I get on my feet or when I get X amount of money, when my bank account looks a certain way, then I can do it, right? But like I said before, you know, operating in purpose, you know, versus doing something that you want to do, there's a fork in the road when it comes to that. There's a you know, there is a decision that you have to make, right? You have to know that if I don't do this, for every cause there's an effect. Sure, a lot of us may not have the time that we think we have, even though there is 84,000 seconds in a day. So you really did have the time, but I give you the benefit of the doubt because we all struggled in 2023, right? But there's a secret that we should know. It's not really a secret because it's one of those things that hides in plain sight. It's one of those things. This is one of them pieces of information that's just like, well, duh, but you know, I didn't do it because I really don't have a reason, but I really didn't do it anyway. It's one of those things. It's like, oh, you know, but how do I do that? Even though I could have been doing it, you know, a long time ago. How do I do it? But before I tell you my secret though, I'm gonna get to a lot of the rebuttals of I'm gonna get to the rebuttals of I'm not gonna call them excuses because I don't want to come off as judgmental because I'm not judging anybody because I had my own struggles too. I have a number of struggles within the last year, you know. So I'm not judging the next person at all. Like I want the next person to know who might hear this and under the sound of my voice to know that I am here with you, right? So a lot of people say along with them saying that I don't have time, a lot of people also say like I'm not there. I'm not there yet, which is fine. I get that too. I'm not there yet. And a lot of people blame stress as well. Stress is something else, right? A lot of us can't think under stress. For a minority of us, we thrive under pressure. But for the majority, our thinking is clouded and we can't think efficiently under pressure and stress, which is normal. It's okay. I'm not judging. But whatever your reason may be for you being in this circumstance right now, this position you're in, because I'm pretty sure I can speak for the vast majority of us when I say that I'm not where I feel like I could have been this year. I'm not where I should be this year. I'm not where I deserve to be this year. But where you are you not where you deserve to be this year? Think of everything that went on this year that you couldn't control. And then within those things, think about the things that you could have controlled. Excuse me, think about the things that you could control. What were the controllables within the uncontrollable situation? Because there's always controllables within uncontrollables. And then, actually, let me help you, because I know a lot of people be like, controllables, right? The whole situation was uncontrollable. That's why I let it go. No, so I said in my last live, when my teacher was talking about responsibility, having a sense of responsibility is two words. It's response ability. That's your controllable. Your ability to respond to every situation. Not react, but respond. There's a difference between a reaction and a response. When you go to the doctor, if you had a reaction to something, that reaction has to be treated. But if you have a response to something, that means your body did what it was supposed to do. If your body responded to something. So that's the difference between a reaction and a response. So when you reach a certain level in your growth of character, your personality growth, personal growth, whatever that looks like, your degree of responsibility is supposed to grow. It's supposed to be directly proportional to that. That's your controllable within situations that is out of your control. So I know a lot of y'all is like, get to the point. All right, get to the point. I got a secret. And I got some game by an elder in the hip hop community. So I put myself out there in a live that he went on, and I said something to the effects of, how do we how do I get to the degree of freedom that you are able to experience on the daily basis, or to something to that effect. And he said something that it literally punched me in the face. And I'm glad that it did, right? I'm glad it did, because he said something that I really already knew, but he brought a perspective that helped the full spectrum of what the idea is. So he said, you have no idea the degree of opportunity you have every day. What is he talking about, Trav? I'm glad you asked. So here's the example that he said. He said, you know how, for those of you who have children, you know, you tell them that we're all going to the park. They have no idea like what to expect out of like the experience of going to the park. But they're super excited. Yay, we're going to the park. Yay. We're going to the park. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? They have no idea. How many parks do you have in your area, right? I live in Michigan. I live in a suburbia, Detroit suburbia. I live inside of nature. There's so many parks around here. So if I tell my children we're going to the park, they have no idea what park we're going to. Even if I describe the park, they have no idea because they're so young. But that doesn't change the degree of excitement to the experience. And he said that's where freedom starts. I said, you know what, you're right. But I understood it. But I also, you know, I can understand the other perspective of it, which is like, I'm working a job I hate for peanuts. I'm behind on my bills. I'm only working to pay bills. I'm not saving no money. My kids get on my nerves. My baby mama, baby daddy get on my nerves. I don't get along with them. I don't get along with my family. I get it. Where's the happiness in that? I get it. I definitely get it. But that's your target. That's your target. Happiness. Excitement. For opportunity. For an experience. That opportunity is rooted in something that you enjoy. You working at a job you hate with people that you don't like. You get home, your children are working your last nerves, and the people in your immediate environment outside of work is not conducive to your happiness. But now it's on you to get in an environment so that you can do something that you enjoy. And I've said this time and time again, and y'all never hear me. I know y'all never hear me because I haven't gotten the feedback on it yet that I know that's there. But I'm gonna keep saying it. When you do something that you enjoy, time flies when you're having fun. So you collapse time. And when you collapse time, time moves faster. So then when you are in alignment with your passions become they turn into the lane. You start turning into the lane of purpose. And then when you turn into the lane of purpose, there's a natural transition in that people see. And then people will start being attracted to that. And then there's your market, essentially. People will start being attracted to what you have to offer, the service of passion that you provide to the people, or that you could provide to the people. Because, you know, purpose can start off something that you do for yourself just to make yourself happy. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, operate carve out time for yourself. 5 minutes of happiness. I like to paint. So, not me personally, but the example, I like to paint. So, I'm going to paint for 10 minutes. I'm going to put a movie on for the kids, or, I'm going to feed them real quick. And I'm going to paint something real quick. Or if I need more time to paint, I'm going to put the kids to bed and I'm going to dedicate an hour to paint. Get this out, right? Put me on some music, or do whatever that sparks the creativity out of you, right? Or you like to write, same thing. Where you have a little bit of autonomy with writing, because when you have something in your heart to write, you can just kind of do it right away. Whereas painting, people get in the way of that. But anyway, the point is that put yourself in a space that you can be happy. Give yourself an opportunity to feel joy. That children's excitement. And that's where I was getting into what I said before. I said that you might hear the children screaming in the background. It's because they almost exclusively operate in this mindset of fun and excitement. This is a space that anything is possible. You cannot create goals and reach goals without having experienced this space at all. And I understand it's not all, a walk in the park, it's not all skipping through dandelions and flowers, right? You're gonna have hard times. Nipsey Hussle always talked about it in his raps. You pay the price through the hard times, but that creates a solid foundation. That's actually a recent song. One of the people on his label came out with, and he had a posthumous feature on that song with the hook with that. It's called Foundations, I believe. But when you set an intention to do something that you absolutely genuinely enjoy, that manipulates the time that you are leveraging to do whatever it is that is. And it's physics. This is a perfect example. So, like I tell you guys all the time that I don't preach to you. I might be preaching to some of y'all. I might feel like a preacher. I'm sorry. I don't want to come off as a preacher, but it is not my intention to preach to you. It is my intention to speak to myself. And then if I'm speaking to myself and a message comes out through me to you, I've done my job. That's how I am delivering these transmissions to you, is I'm informing you through the things that I need to know, that I need to be reminded of. Here, perfect example here. I'm folding clothes. My wife and I don't enjoy folding clothes at all. In fact, there's a lot of clothes we kind of behind on, putting the children's clothes away. But this was an experiment just for the sake of the message, to see if I was right. And then I'm absolutely correct about it. I'm doing something that I have a passion for, which is talking to you all about the things that you can do to improve your life, and I'm doing something I don't enjoy, and I don't even know the difference, right? So this is further supporting what I've been saying this whole time, is do something that you enjoy. When you do something that you enjoy, time it manipulates time in a way that time, it's the quote, the same quote I keep saying, time flies when you're having fun. So I've been on here 40 minutes, and I did 40 minutes worth of, putting clothes away, right? And this is actually science. This is science. This is knowledge that people actually know. But for whatever reason, people are, well, on one perspective of it, people are stingy with the knowledge. On another perspective of it, people just don't want the knowledge. People think that they can't do it, they won't do it, or they feel like they don't know how to do it. And I'm gonna go over the scientific term for it. This is physics, called entropy and negentropy. So what I'm doing right now is the example of negentropy. Entropy is the study of chaos, and to put it in simple terms, the entropy is when when like, say if you walking up the stairs, or you doing a load of laundry, and you drop some clothes, and you never notice you dropped a whole bunch of clothes behind you, and you take all this time, maybe 40 minutes worth of putting away laundry, and you finally get done putting away all your laundry, whether it took 40 minutes, hour, 40 minutes, 2 hours, whatever. And you go back to where you were to put the basket away, or you go back to where you were, and you pass by all these clothes that's on the floor. And then there's something that happens. You get frustrated, and then you get tired. And now you don't want to put the clothes away because the clothes aren't folded, and you already spent your energy putting the clothes away the first time. This is entropy. So now this is chaos. Chaos, it's hard to operate in chaos. So what you do, you automatically have a reflex to put it off, so that you can relieve yourself of the anxiety that comes with dealing with a chaotic situation. That's entropy. But neg entropy is the opposite. It's the study of order from chaos. So since we were behind on putting the kids' clothes away, I decided to do something that I enjoy, which is talking to you all on live. Getting this wisdom off that I may have learned from somewhere else. I don't claim to be this, like, guru. I don't claim to be this expert on knowledge. I don't claim to be way up here. But what I do is I pay it forward. This is how I pay my tithes, right? I give at least 10%. Most of the time it's more. Most of the time it's 95% of the knowledge that I learn. I make sure that I know it well enough to teach it. So when I get this knowledge, I go over it in my head. I study it, and then I make sure I have a solid neural network connection. I make sure I have a solid neural pathway to the knowledge in my head, so that I know that I understand it. And what I do is I make a connection through something that I've already experienced. So that's how I learn. I learn through experiences, and I make connections through something I've experienced before with new knowledge. So that's how I give it to you all. And so now what I do is I give it to you like, how I've been doing it today. But this is the best example of how you can start yourself put yourself in the right predicament for 2024 is, if you don't know what you do well, or if you don't know what makes you happy, you don't know what you do or what you can do to bring joy to yourself. Take these next like 35 days and figure that out, so that when come January, spend as much time as possible. Start off with 20 minutes. Build on that. Build 5 minutes. 5 minutes a week. You add 5 minutes a week. Something that you enjoy. Start with 20 minutes. The goal is to spend as much time as possible in this thing that brings you joy, something that you enjoy. Because you find purpose through it, and then it will turn into something more. Then it will turn into something that people that are in the market for will be drawn to you there. A lot of people like someone who shows genuine passion for what they do. Genuine passion for what they do. A lot of people can tell the difference between you being a number, like you being just another customer or another, or somebody really enjoys what they do enough that they did X, Y, and Z, even though I was paying anyway, because this is a product that I really believe in or are really interested in. But since they put the extra effort in through passion, I think I'm going to be a frequent customer or a frequent client, whatever. That's what it means. But starting off smaller, though, doing something that you really enjoy, that starts to turn your life around. Because at the smallest point, at what I'm trying to drive home to you, is when you spend more time doing things that you like to do, doing things that you enjoy doing, you start to spend less time in stressful situations. You spend less time under stress. You spend less time like anxious, having anxiety attacks. You spend less time focusing something that brings you down. You spend less time with people who bring you down. You spend less time talking to people who are not conductive to your personal growth and well-being. You spend less time with consuming information that keeps you in that survival mode, because all of the things we do, all of the habits that we have right now are it keeps us in a certain cycle. It keeps us in a certain program. That's what programming is. Programming is not new. When people came out with this tech, with this computers programming and everything like that, through learning two programming languages, I was able to learn it very quickly by association of life. Like you program yourself to a certain environment through habits, and the habits are just like responses to information. And that's all what coding is. Coding is giving the computing system information, and the computer adds it in it responds to the information, and it gives you a projection, which is the program is the projection of the massive amounts of information that you input. And that's all life is. So your programming is just merely just information that you get, and how you implement that in the habits that develop from it. And then you develop your life's algorithm. And that's that's the projection of the habits that you already have is the algorithm. So you just go through a cycle of the same things every single day. So that job that you hate, the people that you really don't like, the things that you normally talk about, it's cyclical, right? It's cyclical. I know y'all like he too deep for me. He too deep for me. No, it's not. It's not. It is deep. It runs deep because this is literally like what I was saying before. This is one thing that you can do that will change the trajectory of your entire life and the family that you spend the most time with is spend time with yourself doing something that you genuinely enjoy. And I'm not really talking about consumerism. I'm not talking about consuming things that you enjoy because a lot of people enjoy eating. That's not going to put you in a healthy situation. A lot of people enjoy sitting watching their favorite shows. That's not going to put you in a bad situation. A lot of people enjoy scrolling and consuming funny content because it is healthy to laugh, but we didn't create anything out of just scrolling and looking for laughs, right? So, but what we can do from laughter is, since we're in an elevated state, we can find something else that we genuinely enjoy doing while we have this leveraged elevated state. That's one thing we can do. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that you need to, if you don't have children, I'm sure that you know somebody that have children. Next time you get around children, just observe their happiness. Observe their ability to have fun and duplicate that. Children are a lot better at it than us adults because we have response ability and we have not mastered it. The older it's almost like the older we get, the worse we are at it. Because our ability to respond to certain situations, remember, responsibility is two words. Our ability to respond to certain situations gets worse because the more experiences that we have, the more traumatic situations that we have, the defense mechanisms that we develop, we avoid working through certain things. So then our in response to that, our ability to work through our degree of adversity weakens. So then our ability to respond to certain situations become a little bit more chaotic. But it goes back into what I was saying scientifically, the entropy. So the chaos that develops from order, we reverse that in neg entropy by first making a decision that I'm not going to be unhappy. Making a decision that I am not going to accept this constant stress. Making a decision that my life will change today. When you make that decision, you also make a decision to find the time or find the thing and then do that thing that you truly enjoy. And then everything else, as long as you have the right intention, everything else falls in line. And It's not going to happen overnight. Oh my gosh. It's not going to happen overnight because a lot of us is just like, oh, it's the next day. I did it yesterday. Like, where's my results at? I know a lot of us are like that. What brings to mind is going to the gym. A lot of us want them results, next week, but the consistency wasn't there. We're not consistent. That's another thing too. You have to be consistent with it because you know if you enjoy uh uh if you enjoy cooking, this has to be from a production standpoint, not a consumerism standpoint. If you enjoy cooking, of course, when you get done cooking, that's it. You appreciate what you accomplished, and you're happy with the product, and then you have that. But tomorrow, there might be something else that's in your life's algorithm. Your life's algorithm is still going to play out the next day because an algorithm stems from, just like I said before, it stems from the habits that you solidify, the foundation of habits that you have. So that's your life's algorithm. So when you put new information into the algorithm, you have to keep putting it in there. What did they say? It takes, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. How long does it take for to build a new habit? 190 days, I think, to build a new habit. So it's going to take roughly 190 days for your algorithm to change. So you have to be consistent with having fun, doing something that you enjoy, so that you can change your life's algorithm. And that's the goal, is changing your life's algorithm so that the things that you don't like start to change, start to transition into a reality that you can, I was going to say that you can stomach, but obviously you can stomach your reality because you're still in it. But something that's a little bit easier to live in, right? Something that's a little bit more desirable. It takes work. It does. It takes work and it takes time. But the time collapses when you operate within something that you enjoy. We're 58 minutes in, and I've done 58 minutes worth of laundry, right? So use that blueprint. And like I said before, earlier, if you don't know what you enjoy, take the next 35 days and figure it out. And if not, if you can't figure it out, I can help you. DM me, or if you have my number, shoot me a text and be like, "Hey Trav, like I'm having trouble figuring out what I like to do. I'm having trouble identifying uh the things, or one thing that might make me happy." I will have no problem helping you out. And that's something that I probably should charge for, but I'm so passionate about it. That's something that money is not something that I'm concerned about. Because as long as I'm helping people, that's the payment that I need, that I know that I'm helping somebody. So spend as much time as possible. Like I said, start with 20 minutes. Start with 20 minutes of doing something that you enjoy. And then add 5 minutes a week. Add 5 minutes a week. If you add 5 minutes a week in 6 months, I guarantee you your life's algorithm the trajectory of your life will be in a completely separate, a completely different direction. Like, you would be baffled at how different your life will be after just implementing this one simple thing. Obviously, there's different moving parts, but this right here, what I'm telling you right now, if you just do this one thing, not focusing on the other stuff, because there's to exponentially build on your life and make improvements, like huge improvements. Of course, there's different things, but this right here, talk about night and day. Like night and day, you will see a difference in less than 6 months. And I want to again, I want to make sure that you know that I'm not a guru. I'm not one of these Instagram gurus or whatever social media gurus. I just have a high degree of understanding of what we call what this thing we call life is, and this reality we live in. I have a high degree of understanding, and I am a messenger. So what that means is, if there is something that I know that you all could benefit as well as me, that I could benefit from, and if I can send a message through something that I'm doing to you, I'm gonna give it to you. And I have a book coming out super shortly that's going to basically make it tangible. The book is going to make it tangible to do this on a very, very small scale. So look out for the book in the next 6 weeks. Look out for that book. But I really, really want to drive home the point that I was making earlier. Like, we all say that we don't have the time. We make excuses, and not excuses. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that. We defend our mediocrity by numerous reasons. We defend our mediocrity using numerous reasons, and we spend so much time doing that when we could spend more time finding something that we enjoy, operating in something that bring us happiness. That collapses time. So it's literally the direct opposite of what we actually have in our daily habits to do. It will collapse time because time flies when you're having fun. And then the life that you kind of had the vision for, like the your goals and stuff, it comes a little bit quicker than just, sitting waiting for things to happen. A lot quicker, actually. But if this brought you some value, please share this video. Share this video. I should have said something, at the beginning. I'm working on my cadence, and I'm working on my speech. Because I want to make sure that my voice and the way that I speak actually can reach y'all. Like, tone, speech, cadence, all that plays a factor. And I just just I have to practice just being transparent. I do not go live enough. So I'll be doing that more because I have to practice that, because these messages, I can't just sit on this. I can't sit on this, but it also doesn't do me any justice if nobody can it doesn't fall on ears at all, because that's very possible if I don't work on my craft as well. But If this brought you any value, share this video. Share this video. Um, and give me some feedback. Give me some feedback. Like, was this valuable? Like, do you have any questions in the response to what I was saying? Like, I want this to be more of a Q&A type of deal in the future. So if y'all have questions, let me know. Let me know if y'all have questions. I'll be more than happy to go over any information with y'all. And if I don't know the information, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Let's learn together. Like, I feel like that's my trademark, because I'm so passionate about not only learning, but making sure people have the necessary information to leverage, so that they can create a quality of life about themselves that they don't have to escape from, right? Escapism is a real epidemic that, the powers that be capitalize off of every single day. And what I talk to you guys about today is how we reverse that. It's so much that it's almost just so simple, right? Like, we miss the simple things all the time. We miss the simple things. And this is just one thing coming into 2024. This is one thing that is important. Being happy and not waiting for happiness to come to you. Not waiting somebody else to make you happy so that you can just be like, "Oh, yes, here it is." Or not escaping temporarily, using resources to escape, right? So please share this video, and I'm gonna tap in with y'all very soon. Comment, DM me questions, comments, concerns. Please, feedback. I need feedback. Please. And the theme for next year, 2024, is be careful what you give your power to. Because where your attention goes, energy flows. I'm going to be saying that for the next year. Be careful what you give your power to, because where attention goes, energy flows. So be intentional on what you put your intention on, because that's where the energy is going to go. And a lot of people don't understand that, and I'm going to keep teaching that, because once you get that, your perspectives on a lot of things are going to change. Your outlook on life is going to change. You're going to stop making a big deal out of some stuff that's just, it's on other people. It's their business to fix. You get mad over stuff that's it's somebody else's job to fix, and you get mad that it's not fixed. A lot of people do mental gymnastics around that, but that's just giving your power to something that does not deserve it. Be intentional of be intentional with what you give your power to in the next year, in 2024. All right, peace.